this morning was quite action-packed and it was quite late on, so I'll probably actually have peaked a little bit too early, mainly because you know, I did the exercise, which actually did me really good. After the exercise and my personal tuition in my own kind of experimental exercises, I went back to the cross trainer and I felt the burn and I was feeling really good. And to treat myself, I cooked myself a pizza. Now what I do for pizza is I get a normal base, a cheapy base, you know, just cheese and tomato, and to that I added bacon, mushrooms, a bit of sprinkling of hot chili sauce, some olives, some more cheese, some potatoes, and an egg on the top. And now it's hit me, and I feel kind of back to where I was before, really. So that's not great, is it? Then for pudding, I've got some Stollen that's left over from Christmas. Stollen is the German version of Christmas cake, and I've just poured a little bit of whiskey on the top just to make the experience slightly nicer. I'm not going to get loaded on that small amount of whiskey, but it does make it taste really nice. So today, after my experience of wearing my exercise routine, I've actually pulled the black trousers out, that sort of jogging bottoms that may well have got a bit smelly, being in the vacuum bag in the shed for many years, and the loft. Then there's these, which are actually part of my favourites. It's got paint on them. There's a few things I've got that have got paint on them recently from working in the screen printing room and stuff. But this is the thing I'm most proud of. This has come out for many occasions. Father Ted. There was when I was working in Soho in Molyneux, where they used to transmit the Sci-Fi channel, there was a TV shop just round the corner, and you could actually get tickets to some of the TV shows there, as well as loads of merchandise. And this was in their sale when they were closing down. I think full price it was about 20 quid. I can't remember how much I paid for it now. Probably about a fiver. So, but my favourite time when this got, I can't bother doing it this way. The favourite time when it got an airing was in Budapest, and it was one of my best mates, Ian. I'd always been going on about these jaunts I was doing, and he finally said he'd come on one. It's very rare that I've done these things with a friend. But anyway, using the City Spy guide, if you go to cityspy.info, you'll find all the cool, quirky places in there, and we found some of the coolest, quirkiest places, but one kept going back to, really. And the last night he was absolutely bushed. He'd had enough. And so I decided to head out by myself to this really cool, quirky place that was... It was on the... I don't even know, between the Buddha and the Pest. I think it was the Buddha side. And you had to go down. It's just like a small doorway, and you had to go down. And it was always the same bar staff that worked there. So I was sort of... They knew me by then. And I ended up there quite early. Before I knew it, some people had asked if they could join me on the table. And that was good. I was on form. I was feeling good. And... I can just bring up the picture here. The best way is probably not photos of me. Is there one? Go to albums. Yeah. So, oops. This is Adam's old room. I've turning into a sort of room for transferring old videos and things like that. So I've been doing that. So, cover photos, profile pictures. So it seems any album that you've added stuff to suddenly becomes the top of the album board, which is good. It's good. It's one of the few things Facebook does that are good. So I guess also that I might be getting the hair back, and eventually I will lose the beard. I'm thinking maybe I should keep the beard because until the end of the show, because that way, if I really do embarrass myself and do something really stupid, at least then people won't recognise me. So hang on, I'll just switch the camera around now. Oh yeah, there's my old scanner. Trusty old scanner. The printer part of it hasn't worked for ages, but it's actually really good for scanning negatives and things like that. As usual, print heads go wrong. And here it is. Here's the picture. Don't think it's like, you know, Don't think anything really bad happened there. But there he is, Father Ted, picking up from there. And they're twins from Switzerland. And they were lovely. She was the loveliest one. She wasn't quite so lovely, but well, you could tell she was the bad girl and she was the good girl. And I couldn't resist asking them all sorts of personal questions. They were with another friend who was quite nice as well. And apparently they had kissed the same guy at the same time. But that's as far as it went, apparently. And also, none of them were carrying any condoms as well, which is good. I wasn't carrying any condoms either. In fact, I wasn't out to try and grab anyone, as usual. If someone does throw themselves at me, I guess maybe I might be tempted, but usually I'm in such a state that's not going to happen. Now, later on, a big sort of jock guy turned up who was, you could tell, lots of energy, and I think we did go to one club for a little bit, but then I had to go off, and it's the usual, oh no, please stay, please stay. I was absolutely hammered, so by the time I got back to the hostel, it was like pass out time, but I had some weird dreams that night, really weird dreams, and but that was the last night. So, and it was a lovely, lovely trip. So, what else have I got in this room then? Well, these are a lot of the screen prints and stuff I've done, all sort of piled up, and there's some more in the drawers there underneath the scanner. Got a very old computer there, which has got some stuff on it, and I'm not even sure why I put it there. It probably belongs in the bin by now, but I'm just going to look through it. There might be a few files on there that are worth keeping. I did finish labelling all the video files that were on the crapbook on my external drive. The only things I need to check now are in my drawer of memory sticks, so I'll just double check those. Also, this is it's a bit worse for wear, but it still plays okay. It's a Video 8 camera, which is, this is the sort of basic level you'd expect to get back in the day, and God, it's hard. Oh shit! What am I doing? Let's just switch the camera around again. Right. Okay. Right. So it is Video 8. So first there was, I think SVHS was the first format, maybe. Then then they did it. Well, I thought, oh, sorry, we'll have VHS, the big tapes, it's basically the same. And then they brought out Video 8, and probably someone will connect me. Oh yeah, of course there was Betamax as well, Betamax cameras. So, but all cameras, believe it or not, early ones, they all had manual focus and manual zoom as well, and sometimes auto zoom. And don't think many of them had apertures. But yeah, there we are. It's all the same. Usually you have, well, no, you had a viewfinder, so you'd stick it on your shoulder. And people might say, "Oh, stick it." They might say, "Let's get that up there. Let's turn it around again." Oh, sorry, but this is one good thing about using the iPod. You can switch between the front and the back cameras. Whoops, he said. Oh no! I just pulled the eyepiece off. The tape got stuck in this at an event I was involved with, and that's why the tape compartment looks a bit ropey. It does still work. So you've got that on your shoulder, and you've got your eye. I can only close my right eye, so I have to have all these things on my left eye. And it's black and white, and you can what you see is what you get. But it's on your shoulder. It's so steady. It's ridiculous. It's so obvious it's the way to go. And these small little cameras you hold out with your hand like that, you see, you get a lot of that. And that's why some of them now got amazing image stabilisation on them. And there we are. Well, that's that. So I guess that's the gadget of the day. And yeah, sorry, Dad, about the case to the thing. I'll just put that back because I don't want to get dusty. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to sort out some of those bits. I need to find the video 8 tape of the last day at school, because that will be classic. Yeah, I might have to get work out again soon. So yeah, after the exercise I feel a lot more positive about today. There's not been as many visitors as perhaps I'd want, but I think that's a good thing. Mind you, yesterday and the day before I was editing all day the day before, and then yesterday it's kind of like treating myself to a day off, and I haven't really done much, and I had no idea of the date really. It's the 12th. It's 12 days in. I honestly thought I'd have a lot more done. I mean, some of the other things I've kept. Switch cameras again. It's miserable out there though, isn't it? So it's not exactly conducive to going out. So this is my leaving card for when I left Forces TV, SSVC, and there's a lot of in-jokes there with a lot of characters from the time. In fact, we used to cut people out of the radio times, TV times that we'd have to make sure we knew what time the programmes were on. No internet back then, guys. And it was very early days of the internet anyway, and so they put this together for me, which is really nice. I'd much rather have a card like this, which is kind of homemade. A lot of thought's gone into it, you know. A lot of, you know, so there's me singing one of the songs I used to sing in Strangefish was Lenny by Supergrass, which is fantastic. I did that on Birthday by the Beatles, and then very badly tried Grooves in the Heart once. That's what I looked like back then. I mean, it often takes people to be honest with me. I have been a real nightmare at certain times of my life. Oh, there we are. That's nice. See? Oh, just looking at this. There's no way I can get rid of this. Absolutely no way. Oh no. Yeah, that's very much an in-joke. So, there are Orby. A lot of these people now married with kids. Some of them still talk to me. Well, I'm sure all of them would talk to me, but Scott. Oh no, now he nasty piece of work. There's not many people I say. Where's that fallen in there? There's not many people I'd say that I really actively dislike. He was one of them. He was there to stop the party. He was one of these guys who comes in to join. Like we were such a motley crew. We used to cover each other's lunch breaks, and we used to, you know, cover people coming in an hour early, so they could come in an hour late rather. And it wasn't that bad, but it was quite a laugh with various things that weren't true. Apparently someone was getting sound effects and dubbing them over some of the programmes before they went out. That proved not to be true. And also people found a huge porn collection. Apparently, I don't think there would be a supply of porn videos going out to the armed forces. I'm sure if that did happen, it certainly wouldn't be going through premises there. So there we are. So one of the things I've been finding, the Star Wars extravaganza, if you type The Big Night into YouTube you'll see the edited version. I did do it live. There's some more Star Wars things turning up, which is quite upsetting. So there wasn't all the whole Star Wars collection that was there when I did The Big Night. There we are. This is the sort of thing that's going to be hard to get rid of as well. It's just a souvenir. It's not even from Egypt, but I really like it. It's on like papyrus paper. I like that sort of thing. Oh, excuse me. Noise cancelling headphones with the foam bits have just deteriorated to nothing. So I don't know what to do with that. Found a whole range of tripods that I didn't know I had. I actually was looking at getting a new tripod because it was an event and I was filming wasn't even filming, I was just pointing a camera at the bands and then adding effects with this cheesy mixer, and it was just so wobbly because I was using the cheapest tripod ever. So yeah, I mean the plans for doing the music in the basement is really a bit foiled because the amp that I thought would be good has just started to crackle uncontrollably now. And I've given up. I know no one's going to come and watch me DJ, and also I don't want to do it in the evening, so I'm going to record stuff in the afternoon. Maybe not this afternoon now, because I am very aware that I've not been getting on with things. So I think I'm going to try and sort out some of the electrical stuff out upstairs to see what works and what doesn't work. But so that I don't feel lonely, I think I'm going to put up a couple of sheets and possibly arrange for some virtual people to join in with the action. Some of the records I won't be able to play. I won't be able to play this record because that's not a record, it's a laser disc, and that's look at that. That was in one of the laser disc players. Now Nickelodeon had about, I don't know, I hate to think, there were probably about 15 laser disc players, and I did ask the boss, Steve, whether he could make sure that he kept them for me and they didn't get skipped. And I knew he's such a bullshitter. He basically, so many times I asked him for things and they got skipped anyway, so I kept 2. So there you are, Steve, you didn't get 2 of them. So when they'd skipped them all, it's probably did me a favour. Like saying, warning, poor network connection, and also it's the end. So here's something that I found that will help add to the vibe of the mixing. Oh dear, this is where it all gets a bit dangerous. Oh yeah, hang on. Someone's actually, because I lent these to someone, when I got it back, they'd done something that's criminal. They tried to sort out the wiring. Okay, so let's see what happens there. There we are. I could oh, it's only 2 are working. That's because a lot of these have been unplugged for some reason. So you can do it. You can speed it up, slow it down. You can make it. I think that sound it responds to the sound a bit clearer or something. So that's it. Finished for the day. No music. This is the sort of thing. These are the tools that I really want to get sorted so that they end up in the shed. Little things turning up like speakers, laptop speakers. Didn't realise I had a few VHSs still turning up that which got spared from the from going to the Tapescape recycling thing. I'm not angry about that anymore. I do get a bit angry again that I got a bit carried away in the moment, but that's fine. It's fine. YouTube and think I really want to go now. This band looks awesome on YouTube, and then I just realised I'd just seen them because they're on YouTube. So there. So that was silly, wasn't it? Don't put. Well, no, I guess you got to promote them in some way. They do look great. See you, folks. Bye bye.